Well, right back where we started, not just round one or round two, but now our third and final round of the day. We've got so much racing installed. Here it is, time just right on 3:30 this afternoon, and we've still got an entire round, so we're going to be finished after 5:30, folks. So plenty of value for money here, big day. But, well, that'll be 27 races, let alone the fact that they all went out for a break. Oh, much better start from Coppy. Yeah, Darren, good breakaway. Darren Coppy. Damien, my apologies, getting away to a cracker, so good work on board there. So Damien's lived up to his reputation. Another high-flying start from that man. So it's very bad luck that he missed out on that BurtMunro trophy yesterday, because he was certainly about to reset the record book as he'd done so here previously. So there you go, just what the challenges of big-time racing lead to. And there he is, missing the vital race, but still, I'm sure, to be an outstanding competitor with us over the weekend. Nice to have him back, the Townsville man. Missing the crocodiles in the backyard, up in the trees back home in those disastrous floods of Townsville. In the words of the locals, the worst that many of them have seen in their lifetime. And the photos on TV are just horrendous. So the sympathies out to our mates across the Tassie that are finding it. And of course, further down the way, well, they're having such a dry and hot time. I understand even in New South Wales there was some thunderstorms that caught a few people out and flooded some streets. So it's one thing about Australia, all or nothing, isn't it? All too hot or all too wet. Very rarely all too cold, but that's another story. All right, let's bring it on. Damien Coppy, here comes the man from Townsville. There we go. Wow, across the line. He goes with Barry Summers and Hot Pursuit. Good on you, Barry. The man with my favourite Ford Transit van. He's got a Ford Transit van, which is of 1977 vintage. Not so much that that's great. It's tidy enough as it is, but the fact that it's got a lovely little V8 nestled in it, and that makes it probably one of New Zealand's fastest Ford Transit vans. So Barry, we catch him here every year. He's got the lovely VDB 550 Aprilia, but more importantly, he's got a great transit van to cart around as well. Ben from Invercargill, well, he's just in paradise, isn't he? You'll often see him line up with his two Aprilias, but this weekend he's had all his eggs in one basket and just the flying 550 out there. So Damien Coppy leading the field, a slightly smaller bike. The advantage is next to nothing, probably about 1 second. We won't get an official time until they're doing it at pace. We'll get an idea. Damien Coppy, Barry Summers, Mike Kyle, going to Carter Strang, Jamie Ostadillo, Alan Henry, Cole Scammell, Ian Young, Anthony Cole, Charlie Lane, and Josh Iddles. There we go. Damien, Barry. There's the margin between them. Keen to watch the others as we go flying past. What are those margins? 0.7 as we look back to 0.7. So less than 1 second from Damien to Barry. Barry knows he can run with him. He knows this track, after all, it's home territory. He's a local man. Quiet, unassuming, all-round nice guy, one of the real characters. Or one of the people that, to me, epitomises this event. That's a very close one too. I tell you what, it'd be less than 0.7 if you were to put a freeze frame on it out there on the track at the moment, because just when Damien looks to have an advantage, we see Barry closing in on the longer legs. That's when Barry can get it back. He's got a few extra CC to play with there, and the twin cylinder versus the single of Damien Coppy. But in the racing in the tights where Damien looks to have the advantage, and all of a sudden you see Barry, as on that occasion, he's right on his tail through the tighter infield. So nice work. Damien, Barry, Mike and Carter, they're your top four. Got 11 to start in this one, I think. There we go. I bet you it's less than 0.7. Bet you it's less than 0.7. Yeah, 0.24. You bet you it's less, all right. Down to a quarter of 1 second. How long does it take to click your fingers, folks? Is that a quarter of a second? Nothing in that one. And look at them as they go through the beautiful Teretonga loop here at the northwestern corner of Teretonga, the home of the Southton Sports Car Club, built here in 1957. Through Castro we head. Coppy and Summers. KTM versus Aprilia. Austrian versus Italian. 450 versus 550. So a little bit of a thumbs up to Barry with that bigger bike. 2 cylinders versus 1. Damien, Barry. Back to Carter. Mike, Jamie in there. On the Briggsy bike. Yes, indeed. The Stephen Briggs owned and race KTM 450. S2 Supermoto. Barry's bike, of course, is actually an S1. It's greater than 500cc, so it's the S1 category of big bike, big bore racing. Oh, Barry's got the lead. Yes, indeed, Barry with the lead. So Barry's snuck in front. So Barry's got the advantage, but can he hang it with the run through the infield? That'll be the tightness of the racing to see. Wonder whether the weather's playing any part. The clouds are gone away. The sun's come out. Well, the sun was always out, but it was just intermittent cloud cover. Now the cloud's completely gone, and now we're watching all of this just unfold before us. So, well done. Oh, there we had to check it. Sorry, we had to check it. So my apologies, we were a little premature. Oh, I would think on that one. Okay, so what I hadn't heard this afternoon, folks, I'm sure what we've done, and probably timers doing that, that's obviously only been a 4-lapper. All the others have been a 5, so our racing's been shortened. Unfortunately, we're a long way from race control, hadn't heard that news, so we must keep an eye on the flags better. Here's me automatically thinking it's another 5-lap race, but it has been shortened to 4. So there we go. So Barry comes home with the win in the crucial lap of the race that counts at the end of the day, so well done to Barry. So he will be in... What is now? So he'll get the second. So he's gone at 2-2-1 for the day. Damien